Blog Talk Radio.
Good day. This is Marcus-Jarvis Immigration Attorney. We are on the air live today to speak about DACA and DAPA and the recent Crane v. Johnson decision. Everyone will agree that the United States immigration laws need to be overhauled. There's just no consensus as to how to get it done. I'm not sanctioning that individuals should break the United States immigration laws to gain entry into the U.S. However, a problem exists that needs attention. A prosecutor, state or federal, has broad discretion in implementing the United States immigration laws. In other words, they can implement the laws to the full extent, or they can be more relaxed as to how he or she implements the laws. In addition, the United States president is like the prosecutor for the federal government. The president is charged with implementing the U.S. immigration laws and other laws also. However, as it relates to immigration, the president can, his designee can implement the laws to the full extent or relax the laws. In addition to that, the president can give favors to one country over another country. I believe these have to do with the different relationships that the U.S. may have. For example, a place like El Salvador had, I believe it was hurricane, earthquake some years ago, and they designate El Salvador as an example, a TPS country. I believe it was in 2010, Haiti had a serious earthquake, and the U.S. said that any Haitian who was in the USA before, I think it was January 10th of 2010, once you don't have any major criminal history, you can apply for TPS and you wouldn't get deported. And the list goes on. So the recent Crane decision speaks to that. It basically said that you have to have standing, you have to have some sort of injury to be able to support an action in federal court. Generally speaking, federal courts have very, very limited jurisdiction, and you have to really prove up your case to be able to be in federal court. And as stated, the Fifth Circuit entertained an appeal from an individual, Crane et al., Crane and others, versus the then, I believe, the director of the Department of Homeland Security. And it started in 2012, and it just got completed at the Fifth Circuit on the 7th of April, 2015. And the court, in a 3-0 decision, basically dismissed the case, saying that Crane and others did not have jurisdiction to entertain the action. Standing just means that you're in a legal position, you have some sort of injury that needs to be redressed. Jurisdiction just means the court's power. Jurisdiction is a very broadly used term, and it's used in many contexts, but in this case, it's just the power, the court's ability, the court's power to entertain such an action. Later this week, on the 17th of April 2015, the Fifth Circuit hears a similar case. I believe that one is styled State of Texas et al. V. United States. And I believe that the issues are very, very similar in the Crane matter. So we don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's left to be seen. But the issues centered around DACA and DAPA, I believe the state is taking a position that the president exercise his discretion too broadly, and it's unconstitutional. The president on the other side saying that, we have discretion. We want to give reprieve to people who are not committing crimes. We're not giving them green cards, but we're going to just allow them to live and work so that we can use the limited resources we have to kind of fight hardcore criminals to make society better. Also, the government's contention is that allowing people to work will bring in more revenues, tax revenues. In addition to that, people won't have to be driving unlawfully. You have to have a valid driver's license. If you give them that benefit, then the road safety will significantly improve. Anyway, DACA came out in 2012. It was geared towards individuals who came to the USA as minors. I guess some of them didn't even know that they were not U.S. citizens. They came so young they didn't know what was going on. So the government decided to give them relief. On about November 20th, 2014, the president decided to extend DACA. I refer to it as DACA, extended DACA. And it's broader. You still have to enter the USA before you were 16. You didn't need to. The initial DACA said that you had to be here before June 15, 2007. However, the extended DACA says that you need to show that you've been here on or before 1/1/2010. You also had to come in before you were age 16, as I said before. In addition, there is no upper limit. The initial DACA said that you could not be age 31 on June 15th, 2012. This one has no ceiling. Once you can prove that you were here in the USA before age 16, you don't have any major crime, you can, show your presence by documentation. It's very likely that you will get the extended DACA. Well, DAPA now is more geared towards individuals who, appearance, you have a child who is a green card holder or United States citizen. You have been in the USA before 1/1/2010. You don't have any major crimes. You can prove your case, your presence. You should be able to apply for register for DAPA, and you should get that benefit. Generally speaking, DACA and DAPA, you'd get what's called a work permit. Once you get that work permit, you use your work permit and ID to apply for a social security card. With your ID, your work permit, your social security card, you should be able to apply for what's called your driver's license. I've met quite a few individuals who, undocumented young people, they went to high school and they're so talented that they were offered scholarships, but because they didn't have something as simple as a social security card, they missed out on the scholarship. So some people may say, well, why should I apply for DACA or DAPA when with another president it's going to go away? To be honest with you, that is correct. An executive order can always be revoked by another president. However, it's my feeling something as important as DACA and DAPA will not be taken away by any new president. So that's my feeling. In addition to that, there's not a perfect world, and sometimes you just have to take what you can get and take it lawfully and just utilize that. Sometimes we wait for the perfect situation, and sometimes it never comes. But based on the amount of people I've worked with, I believe that DACA and DAPA some good benefits. If one finds him or herself in immigration court, you potentially qualify for either benefit. Any attorney is going to add that as one of your potential forms of relief. In other words, how are you going to show an immigration judge that you can stay in the USA? So sometimes you have to apply for it through force. Sometimes you just apply for it naturally. My name is Marcus-Jarvis. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm officed in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Our phone number is 763-425-5447. Our address is 3621 85th Avenue North, Suite 201, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 55333 55443. You can also visit our website at m-jlawlimited.com. I'm also the author of a book called A Simple Guide to the Immigration Laws of the United States, What You Need to Know When You Come to America. I was moved to write this book because I see a lot of immigrants don't know the immigration laws. Sometimes simple crimes could get you deported or get you into the hands of an immigration judge. And as immigrants, we need to behave ourselves and avail ourselves to all the benefits that are here in the USA. If we can be of assistance to you, please get our book. It's in 6 languages, in ebook, and also in French and Spanish as print book and ebook. Visit our website at www.a-tbooks.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.
When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop.
Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop.
Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.